Which one is better for mature skin? The Dior Backstage Face and Body or the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation? Hello and welcome to another episode of my Foundation Beyond 50 series. Here is where I evaluate foundations to see how they perform on mature and dry skin. Today will be a battle between the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation and the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. Before I get started applying the foundations, let's talk about the similarities these two have. They both contain hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and exfoliants. Both foundations are suitable for dry skin, brightening, and scar healing. Neither of these foundations contain common allergens, oils, or parabens, making them safer for sensitive skin. They both offer medium coverage with a natural finish, making them versatile for different makeup looks. And they are both known for their long-wearing formulas, ensuring makeup stays intact throughout the day. Now, the Dior is available in 42 shades on Sephora.com, and this retails for $58 Canadian or $43 US for a full 1.7 ounces. The MAC Studio Radiance is available in 56 shades on Sephora.ca and retails for $63 Canadian or $46 US. Now, it is not available on Sephora.com for you US shoppers. However, I did find it on Ulta.com. The MAC Studio Radiance is 1 ounce and the Dior is 1.7 ounces. And the Dior is quite a bit cheaper, coming in at $58 Canadian, whereas the MAC is $63. So far, the Dior Backstage Face and Body is winning due to the price. I have already applied my skincare products, so the next step would be my primer. Now, I am going out today. I do have some running around to do, so I always like to use a primer that has a sunscreen infused in it. And today I will be using the Lancome UV Expert Broad Spectrum 50. This is a primer, moisturizer, and sunscreen. So I'm going to start by applying that over the face. I always like to warm it up in the hands before I apply it. I don't know if it makes a difference, but it's just something that I do. Now, I love this primer because it does not show a white cast, and it kind of saves me a step, right? I'm not having to apply sunscreen on top of the primer or below the primer. So I'm going to start with the Dior on my right side. I'm applying both of these foundation with the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. First, give it a little shake here. I always forget to shake the foundations, but you really should in case there's any settling. So I'm going to just apply a tad bit to my hand. Nothing too dramatic. I'm learning as I get older that less is more. So I'm applying this on my right side. Now, I always start in the middle of the face because that seems to be where I need the most coverage. I absolutely love this foundation. It is definitely one of my top, I would say 3. This went on very, very thin. It does have a thin viscosity, so I did not use much. And it does have buildable coverage, so let's see if I can't build it up to cover that little scar here. I'm just gonna add a tad bit more here. And let's see if, now it does, it definitely builds for coverage. Okay, I'm gonna just zoom in here so you can see the difference. Okay, so now that I'm zoomed in, I can definitely see that it needs a little bit more blending. always around the mouth area that I seem to struggle with it. So there we go. And it somewhat covered that scar. That's always kind of my gauge, is that scar. I used to have one on this side, however, I don't anymore. But I mean, it's covered the majority of it. Now I can always go in afterwards with a concealer and conceal that, but I don't want it to skew the results from the foundations. Okay, so let's get the lid back on here. Now the MAC Studio Radiance. I just did a review on this foundation not too long ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago. And I loved this foundation. So I thought it would be appropriate to pin these two together against each other. Sorry, not together. So I'm just going to clean the foundation brush. Just use a Kleenex and kind of wipe off any excess of the foundation, because I want to use the same brush to apply both foundations. So, oops, let's make sure I got all of the Dior off of my hand. So now I'm going to go in with the Studio Radiance, and oh, it'd help if I turned. Now, this is the one complaint I have about this foundation. Now, as you can see, you have to turn this to use the pump. However, just the slightest bit, now you're taking the lid off. I can't talk today. So that is a little bit of a complaint that I have. Nothing major, just a little odd. Okay, so I'm going to use just one squirt. Now, both of these shades are an exact match. Before I move forward, just to let you guys know, the Dior Face and Body is 1.5M is the shade, and the MAC Studio Radiance is NC10, just so you guys have the shades. I love that both of these have hyaluronic acid. Any foundation that has that is a bonus for me. Okay, so I think I might need a little bit more blending, but let's zoom in here and I can see a little better. Okay, so I definitely have a little bit more blending to do up top here. This is a 4K camera, so I'm able to see better if I'm zoomed in on the camera than I am in a mirror, unless I have the magnifying mirror. But I want to see what you guys see. Okay, so, I mean, we're off to a great start. I cannot tell the difference. Both sides are fairly even. Just a reminder, MAC is on my left and the Dior is on my right. Okay, so the foundation is done. I'm actually just gonna step off camera really quickly to finish the rest of my makeup, and I will be back so you guys can see the final look.
A few moments later.
So I have finished the rest of my makeup. I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can get a closer look at both foundations. Okay, so again, just a reminder, I applied the Dior Backstage Face and Body on my right side, and I applied the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation on my left. I used the Lancome UV Expert Defense 50. This is a moisturizer, a primer, and an SPF. I used this on both sides before, and they both applied very beautifully. I honestly cannot tell the difference between the two. I did lock it all in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I do have a little bit of a shine on both sides, but I believe that is from the setting spray because these are both a natural finish, I believe. finish, medium coverage, natural finish. So they're both a natural finish. Now, if I want to get rid of some of this shade, I can use my Huda Beauty. This is just a mini that I got. It's the Huda Beauty setting powder, and this one is in Pound Cake. So I'm just going to take the sponge out and just give a little dab where I'm seeing quite a bit of shine. Okay, and I'm going to use my Nikki LaRose N17 brush just to kind of pat that into place. So look at that, just got rid of that shine. Okay, so a little bit more of a shine right on my upper lip there. Okay, so I'm just gonna zoom back out. So I'm just gonna go on with the rest of my day. I need to leave the house right quick here. So I am not gonna do a 4-hour check-in. I know in the past on my foundation reviews, I always did a 4 and then an 8-hour check-in. Honestly, I don't find there being much difference at the 4-hour mark than at the 8. So I'm just gonna forego the 4-hour mark and I will be back in about 8 to 8.5 hours. I will see you then. Hi guys, it has been just over 8 hours. You'll notice I have a partner of crime here with me, and it took a lot of begging to get him to come on camera with me. We were out and about, and he had mentioned that on my left side that I had some patching up here, and I think you said down here.
It was just like a little bit of, I guess it was piling up on top of there, like little pieces.
Patching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see half the time. Like I miss a lot looking at myself in the mirror. I've done whole videos with lipstick on my teeth and not once noticed it until I was editing and then was like, dang. So I'm just going to quickly zoom in here. So do you want to tell them where you saw the patching? Like, can
Actually,
you
on this side here, just because we're backwards. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that'll be on this side over here.
So some patching here and like down here,
Not so much there. Like it is a little bit apparent there, right? But it was more or less a lot up here. And like you said, you used a finishing spray, which had me baffled that there was maybe something that happened along the application way.
Is it me or did it settle into my fine lines?
Fine lines.
Like they both look pretty even.
They both look pretty even, but you're still getting a little bit more around your nose with the MAC. Actually, you see just inside there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I was wearing my glasses,
No,
right?
just a little bit lower by the nostril.
Oh, here.
Yeah, you can see a little bit happening down there as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, and not so much on the Dior side.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should do another one tomorrow with the MAC on my right, and maybe I'll do that.
Same application, same finishing spray, same everything.
Yeah, same everything, same foundation brush. I'm going to come again tomorrow and I will do the MAC because I don't want to diss these guys because honestly, my review of this foundation was so good. This foundation is really impressive. I'm super impressed with this foundation and it's definitely going to be in my top 5 favorite foundations. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come back tomorrow. As much as I love doing my makeup every day, I'm going to do this for you guys because I want to give the MAC a second chance. So tomorrow I will apply the MAC on my right and I will put the Dior on my left and I'll do a wear test and see how it performs. So, all right, I will see you tomorrow. By the way, I didn't introduce you. This is Jameis. This is my husband, Jameis. I didn't even introduce you.
That's
I'm
fine.
so rude. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Hi, beauties. Today is day 2 of trying out the MAC Studio Radiance against the Dior Backstage Face and Body. Today I'm going to be using the MAC on my right side and the Dior on my left. I'm going to start with the MAC. And again, I'm using my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. I used all of the same skincare products as well as my Lancome UV Expert primer, moisturizer, and sunscreen. So trying to do everything the exact same as I did yesterday, other than the sides that the foundation is going to go on. So I'm just going to do one pump. That kind of went right in my thumb there. And I'm going to apply that to my right side. This really is a beautiful foundation. So I'm hoping it was just my skin being nasty yesterday on the left side. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here so you can see the difference between the two. I am noticing I have some redness today, so this will be interesting to see if it covers any of that. Okay, so this is zoomed in. You can see the redness there. So I'm actually going to try, because even my scar there, I'm actually going to try another pump. It's more of a half of a pump. And let's see if we can't get rid of that redness. I think I'm heading into a flare. I was really exhausted this morning, so usually I get the rosy cheeks when I'm heading into it. I do like that both of these foundations are buildable. So you can see it's covered that scar about the same as what the Dior did yesterday. And it's covered the redness. Half of my face done with the MAC Studio Radiance. Okay, so now I'm going to give this a quick dry clean. And I'm going to apply the Dior Backstage Face and Body on, oh, I should have shaken that, on my left. So I think that's about the same amount of the MAC that I used. I think to be fair, I'm going to have to do 2 pumps of the Dior as well, because I do have quite a bit of redness in my face today. Usually it's the butterfly rash that I get. And so that's not good, because that means I'm going into the weekend in a flare. Now you can see still that the MAC didn't cover that redness there. Actually, I don't need to use another pump of the Dior. It's actually covered very well. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see the difference between the two. So just a reminder, Dior is on my left, the MAC is on my right. Both sides, to me, look fairly even. The real test will be when I bring my husband in and he has better eyes than I do. Okay, so I'm going to quickly zoom out, finish the rest of my makeup, and I will be back for the final result. I've just finished all of my makeup and did what I could with my hair. I'm really struggling with my hair since I cut it. I'm really regretful of that. So I did finish it all. I have not sprayed it yet, so I'm going to use the exact same spray I wore yesterday, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Everything is done. I'm going to zoom you guys in here so you can see up close. Now, I did use all the same makeup as well. So the blush, I used the same. I used the same eyeshadows, just different look, different colors, but the same brand, just to try and keep this as simple as possible. So to me, in my naked eye, it seems like they're both very good. They're holding out very good. The real test will be when my husband comes in and takes a look at it. So tell me in the comments below if you guys notice a difference. I personally do not. The real test will be as well after the 8.5 hour mark. Okay, so I'm gonna go on with the rest of my day, probably do a whole bunch of editing because this video is due tomorrow. And I will see you in about 8 hours.
Huh. If anything, I'd say this one's
better.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the right side of my face is better.
It could be, yeah. But like, yeah, this one seems more smooth, almost a little bit. But yeah, I like it was definitely different from me than from yesterday. Okay.
So it has been just over 8 hours. It is very late here, so I thought it was time that Jameis and I come in and touch base with you. Now, I don't know if you heard earlier, but he said that the right side looks better, and today the right side is the MAC. The left side was the Dior.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I did the second day because obviously you know how everybody has a better side?
I think it was something to do with the application, because if that were the case, if it was to do with the right side of your face, this side here should have shown something like it did yesterday. So something that maybe you just had a buildup of shampoo or other product that was maybe underlying.
But you're saying that this side is still better.
It is better, but this side isn't showing the same signs as it was yesterday, and that this side there is cleaner as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So phew. Then MAC, honestly, then it's a tie between them.
Yeah.
As far as the finish, longevity, it's a tie. But the price?
Oh, yeah.
The Dior wins. The Dior totally wins because, yeah, the price difference, the Dior is $58 for 1.7 ounce. That's Canadian. And the MAC is $63 for 1 ounce. So, yeah, you get, 0.7 less ounces in this one, and you're paying $5 more. So the Dior definitely wins out. But they are both very, very beautiful foundations. Now, as far as the wear, they're both natural wear. It doesn't seem like there's a shine.
More of a glow than a shine.
Yeah, but they're both the same.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem like one side is more glowy than the other.
Yeah.
Right? So these are very, very close in formula in the way it wears. So there you go. The Dior won. Yay!
Because of the price, and stingy men are. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah. So that's all I have, you guys. I'm really glad I did a second day. I may have to do that from now on when I do foundation reviews, because it really does depend on how your skin is acting that day. And like Jameis said, maybe, I don't know, maybe I did something wrong when I applied it on my left, or maybe my left side was just acting up yesterday, but today it's better. You just never know. So if you do at least 2 days, I think that will give more of an accurate result,
Yeah.
right? And that is all I have for you guys today. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, ring the bell so that you'll be notified as soon as I upload my videos. And if you like me and you would like to see this beautiful face more often, please give it a big thumbs up and comment below. Just comment, yes, Jameis.
Don't do that.
I would love to see if you guys would like to see him on camera more often, because I would like him on more often. But he's like, no.
Yes.
So that's all. I will let you guys go for now. Thank you all so much for joining me. Bye, beauties.
Bye-bye.
What do we talk about?
Hi guys, it has been just over 8 hours. Oh, sorry, I just want to just double check here. Okay, I'm good. I always have to check my microphone to make sure it's working. I've recorded whole videos and okay, sorry, start over. Hi guys. I think it's because you're here.
Oh my god, you need to wash your camera.
I know. Okay, the Dior Backstage Face and Body or the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. Well, I had it choking on my spit.